Kickboxing out of the red corner. Fighting out of Team ROC Harrisburg, it's Cody Reece.
Cody Reece is a blast from the MMA Elite Championship cage fighting bench blast too.
He's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
In this fight scene.
Yeah. I had to do a double take, and I was like, oh yeah, I recognize the name and I recognize him. I was like, all right.
And there he is.
Yep.
Making his kickboxing debut. I wonder what prompted this sudden desire to step back into the competition scene and in a different rule set.
Yeah. I think he told me he had, went through, as life does, I think he had a couple of illnesses and maybe a couple of physical things happened to him. But you're never too young.
Absolutely.
Or too old. Let's go up there at Team ROC.
And his opponent, out of the blue corner, fighting out of top martial arts in Charlotte, please welcome James
Debut, yes, debut.
Yeah, Cody Reece definitely has the mat time experience advantage and the MMA, the actual bright lights under the, on the type of advantage. But rule set to rule set, these guys are theoretically evenly matched.
I want to see the athleticism. These are big boys coming out right here.
Yeah. Now I know Cody Reece is an athlete. I've seen him. I've seen enough of him on the mat to know that he'll surprise you. Up against James Parks from Top Martial Arts in the black and yellow right here. Cody Reece starts things off with a leg kick to a cross, and they're clinching already. And that's one thing about Cody Reece. He is violent. He's a violent guy. He doesn't mind getting hit, and he really likes to get hit, and and give one at the same time.
Again, for the 7th consecutive fight, I don't want any of these people touching me. Oh, that's what I was looking for. Seeing those big legs go, how far can they, how much snap and pop do they have?
Parks got some pretty thick but muscular legs.
Body shot?
Oh, Reece with the body, head tap. Very nice approach. It's going to be hard to outmuscle Cody Reece in the clinch, and I think that's Cody's strategy here, is to really wear him in this clinch just like Brandon Johnson, his teammate, did in our first fight. Oh, interesting. That had a lot of snap and pop on it, yeah.
I told you.
Top martial arts.
Big time. A lot of leg day. A lot of leg day. With Cody Reece, so many years of training in MMA, he knows all about them moving in and out.
Oh yeah.
The strikes.
Yeah, you'll be hard. It'll be hard to hit Cody Reece harder than he's ever been hit. But he's getting tagged right now against the wall. James Parks landing some nice shots. And cumulatively, he could do a lot of damage at his size. He can definitely do it. And he's, kind of going back and forth with that footwork in and out. Very nice. He's kind of starting to figure out the timing and the range of Cody Reece.
That's a tight one right there.
Cody's getting frozen on the approach too. Like, he's getting to the clinch, and then once the break happens, he's having a little bit of trouble deciding if he wants to go out or get inside all the way quite.
Beautiful ring girls on display tonight, this afternoon.
Cause I'm coming up and I'm coming back and I'm making that buck. I'm dangerous and I'm ready to bust. I'm powered up, so revved up, got the only thing.
Both young men getting a little bit of talking to.
Only
the corners right now. Is that ice?
Yeah, it looks like that BC kickboxing team is also helping out Mr. Parks as well. So that top martial arts school must be that new school that's opening up right on that Concord border.
Have you been there?
I just saw an ad for it actually on Facebook, so I didn't even know if it was open yet or not.
One free training session with the coupon?
Something like that. Something about women's MMA.
All right.
Oh, Reece tagged him big right there.
Yep.
He's got Park on the retreat now. Park smiling, trying to wave it off. We all know if you're smiling, you're not hurt. That's the rules.
Those legs. I think those legs.
Sometimes the judges, they'll go to mark down a little thing on their card and they're like, oh no, you're smiling.
Smiling bonus for him.
Reece really pressing the action inside. He's not. I think the corner advice from Snake was probably pretty sound, all the way in, all the way out, because it's when he's at this range, this kicking range for Park, that he runs into some problems like that straight hand. Cody's definitely the aggressor in all of these situations. Almost all these exchanges, he's trying to lead the dance.
Is the ref breaking him up a little too early? That was twice.
It's very subjective, right? So, it's when the action has settled, and some refs have a very broad definition of the word settled. Steve Collins kind of like, he really kind of goes in and out with like if it's over under, he's usually always going to separate it.
Two quick triggers on the breaking them up.
The cage makes it a little harder, right? Because you can't bounce off the cage the way you can with the ropes. So, a lot of guys will fade into the ropes and then circle back out, right? You can't do that with a cage wall. So I find that it gets broken up a little bit faster more often in the cage. Cody Reece over the top with a big overhand. He gets him again. He keeps getting with those looping punches, and now overhook for Parks. That's probably saving him right now. Honestly, that punch was giving him problems. Close fight.
Yeah.
Both rounds very close.
He had a smile on his face. I don't know how to judge this one, so I'm not going to.
Honestly, it's a really, really close fight. I think both rounds have been the type of rounds that could go either way, for sure.
As we get closer and closer to MMA time, I see some of the MMA faces making their way inside the ballroom. I see Tarantino over there.
See Truck-On Carson in the house. Bare knuckle superstar Truck-On Carson.
In another twist of fate, his brother lives in the same apartment complex that I do.
Truck-On's brother?
Yeah. Paul Carson, who has got a couple of fights up in Virginia. Probably another one soon. Everything revolves around me. That's
the key. That's what you want to get out, put out there.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're who's who in MMA, go do.
Oh, very nice shot by Reece on the entry, but he takes one from Parks as well. And that's been the story of this fight. It's been 1-1 in most of the exchanges. I'm really looking for someone in this third round to kind of come out ahead.
I don't want to judge this one at all because it has been so evenly back. If you think that Parks has something, well, here comes Cody Reece. Something else.
Reece says it's all good.
Yeah, it's good. You got that diamond cup on.
Reece really lighting him up on the fence here. And if you stay busy, they're gonna be less inclined to break it up even with the cage wall there. And you'll notice that they're clinching, but they're not locking up. They're not stalling. Somebody's always moving. That's really what the ref is looking for there. Once this overhook from Parks comes into play and only one hand is moving, that's when it's going to be a lot easier to get the break. But Collins being really reserved with the clinch break here along the fence as Cody Reece continues to pummel Parks along the fence. A lot of time melting away right now for Cody Reece.
I think the last 30 seconds coming up.
Oh, Interesting. As soon as Parks turned the clinch around, Collins broke him.
Oh,
Big shot to the body for Parks. He's matadoring Cody Reece around with 10 seconds left in this fight. They're calling Cody forward. He's going to get this fence action once again before the fight ends. That's time. And if the strategy from Reece was to implement his will along the fence, then that strategy was achieved. And I think that may have won him that third round for sure.
I'm still on the fence about who won that fight, though.
Yeah, honestly, it's a tough fight to call. I'm leaning a little bit hard to outmuscle Cody Reece, but I honestly think it could go either way. That's Cody's strategy here. Is to really wear him in his clinch, just like Brandon Johnson. That's a safe bet. That's a safe bet.
Play it safe.
I call him as good as I can see him, and I saw some of the a lot of snapping things that led me to believe that I think Reece is the one who edged out the last round at least. But in my opinion, the first 2 rounds could have definitely gone either way. It really comes down to how those judges view that clinch work.
Cage control, clinch work, all that good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, fighters to the center of the cage. Judge's decision is in, and we have a split decision with your winner out of the blue corner, James Parks.
James Parks gets it done. Another split here at Fight For It. How many fights are going to go to split decision tonight?
I could definitely see that first round going to him.